Hello, I'm Mark Herring, as you know. I have you here today so I can go over a new process that we're going to be implementing here at the factory. Has the world and ourselves as individuals been too complacent about the alarming rate of global warming? Can we reverse or at least impede the greenhouse effect? Well, we're going to certainly try. My presentation today is going to focus on the long toxic history of our tire industry and the new eco-friendly initiatives that are being implemented not only here but around the world and trying to help alleviate our role as polluters. The nature of the tire industry. It's one of the highest polluting industries in the world. You guys all know that. It takes 4 to 10 gallons of petroleum just to produce one tire. This is according to thomasnet.com. And over 90% of all tires made are synthetic material. That's according to an article Making Tires from Wood 2009. It is known as a major carbon emission producer. This is just a graph of the 33% respectively products that are made that make the tire, natural rubber, of course, petroleum, and the carbon black. The carbon black is what we're going to be focused on because that's where we're going to be implementing the new key ingredient that will be replacing part of the carbon black substance. Now, tire-derived fuel, what that is other factories take used tires that are sitting around in dumps, things like that, and they use it as a way to create a high enough heat value to run their factories. And the reason that this is environmentally okay is because the tire itself is so unbiodegradable that instead of just letting it sit in a landfill or digging it and putting it under earth for 2,000 years, or it may even be longer for the half life of those tires. They use it to fuel cement kilns, pulp and paper mills. If you've ever been on I-95, I'm sure most of you probably gone to Florida sometime in your life. When you get near Savannah, you can see all those stacks and the smoke just billowing out, and that's a pulp mill, it's a paper mill. It's one of the grossest smelling things that you'll ever encounter, and that is one, the sulfur being used, excuse me, which helps for vulcanization, but also all the other chemicals being used at the pulp and paper mills. So what we want to do is try to make a tire where instead of the only way you can get it off of the earth is to burn it, is for it to at least have 50-50 properties of biodegradability, and then put some petroleum is going to have to be used for the next 50 years anyway. um, Industrial boilers. All these create a tremendous amount of heat to run, and this is this is how they recycle tires. And unfortunately, and we want to try and change that in the near future. Obviously, this type of energy is going to release many carcinogen metric tons into the atmosphere. This is a picture of what that kind of abuse will do to the world. This is in China, I'm pretty sure. Green tire production, which is what we're focusing on now, 86% of the carbon footprint left from the tire emission is from the drag on the asphalt. This is according to Scientific America. So we want to create a tire that's going to glide easier. The resistance has been reduced by 15% over the last 4 years, according to Automotive News. We're using 12% organic material in production now, which is plant oils, oils of oranges, silica, which is glass, which obviously will help provide that glide, and wood. Now, the current state of the tire industry, guys know we're working toward a biodegradable tire with 12% organic material used in this green tire production. It's a flourishing, booming industry with the expansion of the world's highway system and its population. Well, we're focused on producing a tire that's going to decrease drag while increasing gas mileage. Now, the future outlook of the tire industry is also very bright for us. We want to become known for advancements in green technologies used in manufacturing. rather than impediments. And the goal is an emission of a zero emission tire. And with the growing population of the world, this will translate into more demand for these green tires. And a growing environmental awareness with younger and younger generations will change how tires are made. Now, the new initiative that I want to talk to you about today is a new technology that it takes a key ingredient needed for tire manufacturing, and it can be obtained from renewable resources. Now, described at the 239th National Meeting of the American Chemical Society, this ingredient stands to reduce the tire industry reliance on crude oil. And what's better than that? 7 gallons, actually, of which now go into each one of approximately the billion tires produced every year will be taken away. So that's an amazing amount of carbon that will not be left, and that will help strive and make the industry go towards the future. The renewable ingredient, let me give you a quote from George McAuliffe. An intensive search has been underway for years for alternative sources of isoprene, in particular those from renewable resources such as biomass. Now, George McAuliffe is a staff scientist at Genacor, an industrial biotechnology company in Palo Alto, California. You know anything about Palo Alto? You know those guys are pretty smart. They know what they're doing. So I found him to be highly credible in making my decision to use this new bio-isoprene here at our factory. He also said one technical challenge has been in development of an efficient process for converting sugars into isoprene. One means by which he's addressing this challenge is by using a fermentation process based on a modified bacterial strain that is designed to convert carbohydrate feedstocks into bio-isoprene product. Now, of course, we're not going to be making this, we're not going to be doing this fermentation process here. We're going to be buying our feedstock from a supplier. Now, how this affects us, we will be introducing this new bio-isoprene into all of our tires, all makes, all models. This is a renewable type of isoprene that's made from the fermentation of sugarcane, corn cobs, and corn. It can be made from any biomass, essentially, that has the oils that can create the sugars. It's made a lot just like alcohol. We will be ordering our new feedstock from a supplier using this process, which I've already locked down and obtained. I apologize for the fuzziness of this picture. You guys are all technicians. You know what we're looking at here. It's a tire. It's the layers of the tire. And what I want you to focus on is the sidewall. That's where we're going to be implementing the bio-isoprene. Now, how this is going to be used, you will be using the same process as you've been using the last few years. The only difference will be the sidewall portion of the tire will receive the new bio-isoprene feedback. Now, several tensile strength tests and conditioning will be administered before we roll out into full production. Where this is a better picture of where it's going to be applied. I sourced this out of wikipedia.com. But as you see, the sidewall, and all you familiar with this, that's where the new bio-isoprene product is going to be used, and we hope to make a huge difference in the world and in our company. And in conclusion, I just want to thank you for your attention today, and understand that we're heading towards the future with this new process, and it shouldn't be a big deal. It's not going to change how you approach everything, and also make sure you tell people about it. Spread the word. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a good day.